His words hit me like a punch to the gut. Part of me wanted to argue, to tell him that we couldn't just sit there and do nothing. But the other part of me, the part that understood how dangerous this situation was, knew he was right. Whatever we were caught up in, it was bigger than us, bigger than anything we could handle. I tried to distract myself, focusing on the monotonous rhythm of the road, the steady beat of the tires on the pavement, but the sounds from the trailer wouldn't stop. Every bang, every muffled cry was a reminder of the rules we were breaking just by acknowledging it. The escort cars stayed close the entire time, their dark forms a constant presence in the side mirrors. Occasionally, the car behind us would flash its headlights briefly, almost as if to remove urgency, their eyes constantly darting around as if they were afraid of being watched themselves. My partner stood beside me, his body rigid and his hands shoved deep into his pockets. He hadn't said a word since we'd pulled into the driveway, and his silence was beginning to unnerve me. As we waited outside, I couldn't help but feel like the walls of the mansion were closing in on me. The air was heavy, suffocating, and the faint sounds of movement inside the house only added to my unease. The longer I stood there, the more I felt like I was being swallowed whole by the weight of it all. Finally, after what felt like hours, the guards returned. One of them handed us 2 envelopes, each containing the second half of our payment, another $500,000. The token described the locked containers, the frantic banging, the muffled cries. She spoke about the cold, cramped conditions inside, about children being treated like objects, like props for the twisted desires of those who attended the parties. I reached out to her, desperate for answers. To my surprise, she responded quickly, agreeing to speak with me. When we talked on the phone, her voice was raw with pain. She described the horrors she had endured in excruciating detail, her words painting a picture so vivid and horrifying that it made my stomach turn. "They called us party favors," she said, her tone hollow. "We were placed on tables, dressed up, and displayed like decorations. People would use us however they wanted. We were nothing to them, just things." Her words hit me like a sledgehammer. The thought of those containers, the muffled cries, the desperate banging, it all made sense now. I had transported human lives, children, to a place where they were treated like objects.